everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are going picking stones. So we just have to pick up the stone picker from behind the store, and I want to service it, so just grease everything, that's all the servicing there is with it, and clean off the rotors a bit. So I have the Stanley knife in my pocket, so that will hopefully clean it. Heading off to Roscommon to pick 20 acres, is the biggest job I've done so far. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be anywhere from 10 to 18 hours. There's a lot of variables, but hopefully get it under 15. We'll get ourselves geared up, fueled up, greased up, and out of this yard. We're on the road, so I should have filmed a bit when it's coming out the avenue, but it's just get going because this job could take a while. Ooh. Quite a few cars behind me. I'm running at this white spot here. So yeah, no, it's all going now. Liv went and cleared off a heap of stuff off the rotors for me. I don't know why I bothered with the knife. I should have just got Liv, because she got one rotor nearly all cleared when I spent just as long trying to clear both of them with the knife. Yeah, I should have just done what Liv done. Anyways, yeah, so we be on now, off out to Roscommon and see what has to be done. And also, for anyone who's wondering, my colourful shirts that I am now wearing, I'm getting these in pennies. For anyone who's outside of Ireland, pennies, Primark, it's all the same. And yeah, anyone who wants to stay cool in this heat, especially a tractor with no aircon or a hay or anything, you just want to stay cool, I can't highly recommend these. I never wore them before till I was on honeymoon, and 27 degrees, not a bit of bother, and I just said feck it and go try them. And yeah, I've never felt so cool, and not just look cool but actually feel physically like cold, cooler wearing these. So highly recommend if anyone wants to stay cool in this weather. Anyways, we'll be on. And here we are. You know you're in stony country when you see stone walls. So you can see yourself. That's the stones there. Looks in right good order now. There is a couple of clods, but they should. Everything is so dry that they should just break up. Shouldn't have any issues. So just take out my transport locks or transport pins. Yeah, take your breaths. Somewhere between 10 to 18 hours is my estimation. It just all depends on how we get on. So I'm just going to ring the farmer, say I'm here, and yeah, get started. Set up our trimble system too, and that way life is that little bit easier. So we're ready to go. So we start with max 400. No. There we go. Turn that down so I might be able to see that. The dust. Oh man, the dust. First time I've had dust at this job. Yeah, we get the first round of the field done. See how many fools we have in the first round. Farmer's going to be drawn away from me, my dumper, so that should speed me up quite a lot. So, yeah, that's really it. It's just a matter of getting through it, but I can hardly see what's going on behind me here. And we just have the first round of the field done. So I just have to drive down to where I left my marker. And the one thing I have found, it is so incredibly dusty. It's unreal. It is absolutely unreal. The wind is blowing that way, and I mark my AB line that way. The field is long that way. But I think I'll go up and down rather than across, because one way you're constantly engulfed by dust, which isn't good for the tractor or man or machine, nothing. So I think the easiest thing to do is go up and down, and then that way that's not a problem for me. We can hit half steer and makes it a little bit easier. I'll show you the dust now once I get turned heading that way. But it is, this is the first time I've ever had this kind of dust at this job. I've never had to work, I've always worked where I was able to see what I've been doing. This time I can't see. When I'm working into the wind, yeah, it's not too bad. Working away from the wind is quite hard, and then also you cannot see whether you're blocked or not. And I don't have a sensor. I need to get the sensor for the block drum, because a couple of times you're driving, you're like, that doesn't sound right. Or well, when I say that doesn't sound right, it doesn't sound like there's anything going on, and you have to stop, wait for the dust to clear to see whether you're blocked or not. It's a little bit of a pain. Hit half steer, that makes it a little bit easier, because now the tractor's driving itself. So all I gotta do is just keep an eye behind me, keep an eye in front of me for any large stones coming up that I need to watch out for. So I turn off the fan now while I hit this dusty bit. I just shut the window to drop rain on one window, and then just navigate. So we're tipping along there, 3.2 kilometers an hour, not too bad. Just to give you an idea, the dust. So we definitely won't be working that way. We'll go up and down that way. That'll keep the wind from keeping it out of the front of the tractor. But I have to get the headlands done, so there's not much I can do about it. But we'll just get the bare minimum done, and then we'll go up and down the hill. Just check, I don't hear that spinning. Is it spinning? No, it's still spinning. Yeah. It's as tough as I've had to do it yet, anyways. Couldn't get a better order though. Farmer's driving alongside there in a class tractor. So we are flying away here. Straight corner, I grab off there, and I can just see the far hill opposite side of me. Someone's rolling silage away there. I can't even tell what kind of tractor it is, but yeah. And as for dust, no shortage of it. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We've just finished the 5th round, one more round of the field to do. So we're on ups and downs here, but just look how black the sky has got. Now the wind is blowing that away, but if it does rain, it's not going to make a whole lot of a difference. The thing is so bloody dry. The rain will actually make it a little bit easier for me, because I might be able to see one of them. So, we're working away here. Turn on some lights. Trying to get a bit dark. Still very dusty. The rain stayed away. The rain is still that side of us. still on that side. So yeah, we are getting there. We're probably on the second last land here now. I'm hoping now we'll get this done before we go home this evening. So just had a bit of grub there and just finishing up for the night. So I'll come back in the morning and finish it off. So about an hour left in this field, and then there's not a lot left in the next two fields. There's about 60 acres in the next two. So yeah, well, happy days now. Shouldn't be too long and we'll be done. And we're back. The only difference is it's a lot duller. We've had a couple of skips of rain, but the ground starts dry. It's not going to make any difference. It might help keep the dust down. That's about all. So just waiting for my system to boo up here and we get going, and hopefully I reckon about another 5 to 6 hours we should be out of this. And to make it more interesting, me and Liv are going away this evening. We're going to see George Ezra tomorrow in Cork, and we're staying in Roscrea tonight. And yeah, if I'm not back by a certain time, Liv will leave without me, so no pressure, like, no pressure. Hop to and get this wrapped up. We'll fire up the drone when we get into the other field. We'll get this bit finished up, and yeah, hopefully now all goes to plan. Also, a white or grey shirt, probably not the best to wear in this dusty conditions, but yeah, no colourful shirt today. Had to save one for going away for the weekend. Can't get them all dirty. Anyways, we fire her up. Button, 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 button. Drop a gear. And away we go. Definitely starting to get hard to see on my windows, but dust still rising. Dumper's full. Field is done. So you can see yourself the job that's done. We'll just get out. So we'll start into the next field. There's 2 more fields, 2 little 3 acres each. So you can see the job that's done. Everything is fairly well picked. The only thing is there's a bit of a scraw to it. Getting a lot of that in the hopper, but like, you look at that, lovely and clean. Anyways, we keep going. We get the next bit done. So first round done at this next field. Can't see out the windows. Tractors all over the place. But it's not very stony, this field, so we should be able to fly along here. Just a couple of spots just to slow down on. Back, get that one. But yeah, definitely not as stony as what I've done, so I should get through this field relatively quick, I reckon. Keep her sifting along the top of the ground there and keep them raked in, but yeah, definitely not as stony as the other way ground, so mightn't be too long in this one though. Okay. You can't see much outside the windows now. Nice to eventually have a supper rain to water everything, keep the dust down to some extent, but not really. So we'll have a blockage. These are the stones that either won't go in, or it's like, nah, they're not going to go in, so we'll pick them up. Before we throw our head in, shut the valves. Keep it up while we try and get this stone removed. But you can see all that's happened there is it's caught there. The space is literally from there to there. If it gets caught in that, she'll get caught. So now try and navigate out. Yep, that might go in now. Open valves. Down the hopper. PTO on. And she's in. Work up, close door. And away we go again. Actually not having too many issues with blockages. Handful, but few and far between. Skim along there and gather up what's on top of the ground. Now, starting the next field, So we were less than an hour and a half in that field there, but it was lovely. No, very little stones or that, just a lot of big ones on one end. Run across it, just pick whatever it was to be got, but very handy done. So we're out here now on this one. Just bigger stones out here. There's a bit of a hill in it, steep bit of ground in it, but shouldn't be too bad now. You can see stone walls. That's where all these stones come from. We're in stone wall country out here. Don't get too close to the wall because I don't want to knock it to have to pick them. Keep an eye out for big stones that won't go through the hopper too. That's the only other thing with this field, but we'll see how it goes. Could do with a hydraulic top link. Something to be got. So it's just started raining a bit heavier there, and I cannot see through that. We'll try it this way for a bit and see how we go, but if it gets too dusty, we'll start to stop and clean the window. Yeah.
Track again. Follow the line, don't take the long way round. So feel alive and fly away. Come back to life, don't fade away. So feel alive and fly away. Come back to life, don't fade away.
So, just set the drone up there, and you'll see I had a good load of clay on the front as I picked up a big stone and brought on clay with it. But have to get it cleaned off. Flying away there now, we're definitely just not much left of this field now. No, I did say I wouldn't work against the wind, but going that way in a field that's so narrow just doesn't make sense. So, also with a bit of a hill in it, it's easier to go crossways than it is up and down the hill each time. A bit of a stunning patch here now. you what it's like afterward. What it's like before. And that is it. We are done. 20 acres in 10 hours and 7 minutes, which is, I'm very happy with that. That is excellent. The difference of having someone drawing the stone away from you, massive. We are averaging 2 acres an hour there, and there was time spent on blocking, so if you didn't have any blockages, you could be talking half an hour more. But yeah, job is a good one. Man is happy. So that is it. We'll offload these big stones, and we're actually working at the minute. We're working for Michael and Anne Lambert, Lambert Tractors in Roscommon. That's where we are. So got fed, got well looked after, and yeah, time to be on back to Longford and head off down to head off and live for the weekend. So yeah, no, happy day, all is good. Well, it does a great job. Clean the rotors again, but that just seems to be part of the joys of the machine. But yeah, no, it does a great job clearing stones. And like, we are in Stonewall country. You can see what was picked off the field by men years ago. Now there's a machine for that. No more busting backs trying to do it. But these stones are what you call a bit too big. But anyways, we're going to unload Bayhon. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're interested in getting a few stones picked, you can get in touch with me at Stuart, or any of the socials, get in touch with me. And yeah, hopefully I lose a lot of the dust on the road on the way home, but I will have to give everything a bit of a wash. She is dirty. But anyways, look, we're going to leave it at, as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it for me. Good luck.